Good evening everyone and welcome to BSRTV. It's rounds 22, 23 and 24 of the Engine Oils Direct Touring Car Championship live from the Silverstone circuit. My name is Andrew Woodhouse and I'm joined once again by Adam Bath. Adam, not long until the race starts, mate. What can you expect from Silverstone today?
I think we can expect some pretty fantastic racing. We won the shorter layout this time around. Earlier in the season we won the historic layout, this time we won the national circuit, so quite a few quick laps here at Silverstone. I can't wait for it.
Wojciech Srudovic leads the championship. He's 58 points in front of Stefan Hoog for this one. Jamie Rushworth is a further 96 points behind in third position. Simon Field is fourth ahead of Russell Laidler. Dennis Brosham for Lugnets Racing is sixth ahead of Daniel Kraft. Then Ashley Sutton in eighth, he's on pole for this one. Graham Carroll ninth and Jeroen Kaiser in 10th. Adam, would you take us through the grid?
Yes, and we saw quite an amazing qualifying session with Ashley Sutton on the pole with Wojciech Srudovic right behind him, only separated by 57 thousandths of a second. Then on row 2, it's Jacobo Lopez, he's filling in the Elite 220 team, and then in fourth position is Graham Carroll. Fifth place is Russell Laidler with Wojciech Srudovic's championship rival Stefan Hoog starting in sixth place, so he's got a bit of work to do. Seventh place Jamie Rushworth, eighth place is Andreas Katz, ninth Jeroen Kaiser, and in 10th place is Robert Graham. And then into the lower half of the top 20, it's Simon Field in 11th, Alexander Smolensky in 12th, Ben Gregory in 13th. In 14th position is Dan Kraft, 15th Julian Janowski, 16th is Stefano Giuriali. And then rounding out the top 20 is Ben Palmer, Tim Mawson, Steve Walker, and in 20th place is Laura Bonds. So the championship rivals kind of split here, because we got Sutton in first, Srudovic in second, Hoog in sixth, and Rushworth in seventh. So Hoog and Rushworth, Andrew, they've got quite a bit of work to do.
Yeah, and a couple of other people with a bit of work to do as well. Two guys with penalties. That's Robert Graham and Peter Newman, so they'll start from the back of the field today after previous infringements. Adam, who's your money on? Is Ashley Sutton going to take the win here from pole position?
Ashley Sutton seems to have the knack for this racetrack. He won on the historic circuit back at the start of the season, and he won here on the historic layout again in the previous season, so he knows how to get the car going around this Silverstone racetrack, and I think he's probably the favourite to win this first race.
All the championship contenders are at the front of the grid. Adam, is there anybody who's going to surprise us today?
I think Jacobo Lopez might surprise us. He's once again a reserve driver, but we've seen in the races that he's been in, he's not afraid to mix it with the guys at the front.
Okay, so not too long then until start of this race. Few cars taking to the grid. They're taking to the grid very late, already 40 seconds into the gridding process. We're going to see now a lot of cars coming all at once. Ashley Sutton on pole. He's ahead of the championship leader, Wojciech Srudovic. So can Wojciech get there in front of Sutton into the first corner? Stefan Hoog is his main championship rival. He's in 6th place on the grid. So there's a good chance for Srudovic to get some points. However, with the national layout, Adam, there's lots of overtaking places. We've no time to discuss that now.
Sutton jumped the start.
He did. He crept forward. He's away. Surely he's going to get a penalty for that, as the green light is on at Silverstone. Down towards Copse for the first time. You can see Jacobo Lopez moving erratically out to the right hand side, trying to force an opening on Srudovic. There's a bit of contact.
And that means that Lopez has the inside line as we head down towards Maggots and Beckett's for the first time. Everyone seems to have kept it clean. Srudovic, though, trying to get the position back into Beckett's, but Lopez is up into second.
Having a little look at the back of the field, it seems like everybody's pretty clean so far, so that's good. That fast first corner, Adam, seems to spread everyone out quite nicely.
Yeah, the national circuit last season, the main trouble spot was at the end of the first lap through the likes of Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote. So everyone keeping it clean as we head into Brooklands for the first time. Ashley Sutton making a break, but I think he might have to serve a penalty.
Yep, and we'll see. Will he pull into the pit lane here? Yes, he does. So Sutton's in, and that's going to potentially ruin his race. What sort of penalty will that be, Adam? Do you know what that is for a jump start?
I think it's just a stop in the box and go. However, what did I say? Ashley Sutton, the favourite to win the first race, and he gets a drive-through, a stop-and-go penalty right from the offset. So let's have a look at the running order then. At the end of the first lap, it's Adeko Lopez that leads, Wojciech Savidovic second, Graham Carroll in third, who's coming under pressure from Stefan Hug. Fifth place, Russell Layla. Sixth, Jamie Rushworth. Seventh, Jerome Kaiser. Eighth, Katz. Ninth, Simon Field. And in 10th place is Alex Smolensky.
You've not had a lot of luck with the commentators' guests this season, but Sutton's going to rejoin right at the back of the pack. The next car is Colin Steele. He's entering Beckett's and Maggots. So we will see how far Ashley Sutton can get through. I still reckon he might be able to get up into the top 20. Still going to be an effort as well. Stefan Hug hits Graham Carroll.
Carroll sideways, but he manages to hold on. But look at that. That allows the CQR car of Layla to try and go around the outside into Luffield, but surely that move's not going to work. And as we head onto the front straight to complete lap number 2, Graham Carroll stays in third.
Yeah, there's a quick driver. Stefan Hug is going to have to be very careful. It doesn't allow the CQR car through, as he may have to go defensive into Copse, but there's not much braking area there, is there, Adam? It's very difficult to go through. As Laidler having a look, and he's actually now being passed by Jamie Rushworth.
Yes, and Jamie Rushworth will have the inside line into Beckett's. Let's see if that's going to help him through the left-hander at Maggots, and hard on the brakes. Rushworth down the inside, and he's up into 5th position. Katz in the background there, snatching a place away from Kaiser. Yes, so as we head down the Wellington straight, Lopez still has the lead, but Savidovic is closing in on him as well.
Kaiser weaving all over the track as he tries to get past Andreas Katz. And is he going to go up the inside into Brooklands? He thinks better of it. One of the Engine All Direct cars tries to go around the outside. That's Simon Field. And behind them is Alexander Smolensky having a very good run into the top 10.
Yes, we don't really know where to look at the moment as we come round to complete another lap. Adeko Lopez has a 0.3 second lead, but Stefan Hug has definitely got his sights set on that third place. He's right in the slipstream of Graham Carroll as we come across to start another lap.
Ashley Sutton's got ahead of Peter Newman and David Brock. Mark Kardich is out of the race. I'm not sure how far he got. I think he only made it through one lap as you see Stefan Hug with the Swiss flag on the top of his car. He's going to pressure Graham Carroll then of Apex Racing TV. Slight nudge as they go through Beckett's.
Yes, and look at them. They're all using every single part of this racetrack as we head down the Wellington straight. Line astern. Stefan Hug will be trying to get a tow off Graham Carroll into Brooklands at the end of the straight, but once again they all stay line astern, but Carroll just allows Hug a little bit of a chance to go down the inside. But as we come round Priory and into Woodcote to start another lap, they stay in their positions. Jamie Rushworth though, he's starting to close in on Hug and Carroll.
This is one of the few tracks that I've actually won a race on, and one of the things you've got to do is you've really got to place your car well in order to take victory, and that's what Adeko Lopez will be looking to do, as pretty much everybody, Adam, remarkably, possibly for the first time this season, has made it through with no major accidents.
Yeah, race 1, usually the calmest of the three, and once again that's no exception. Everyone doing a pretty good job. It's just a shame that Ashley Sutton had to jump the starters. Oh, who gives Carroll a little bit of a nudge there. That might be able to set him up down the Wellington straight now. Who will be on the outside line into Brooklands. Maybe he should try and drop back into the toe of the Apex Racing TV car, which I think he's trying to do, but they're going to be side by side as we head into Brooklands.
Decent traction from the T-Mo machine. Stefan Hug's going around the outside, a nudge from Rushworth, I think. And Carroll puts Hug into a half a spin. Hug's going to maintain. Yeah, Carroll's given Hug the position back, I think, but he's going to come under severe pressure from Rushworth there. Too wide through the Luffield corner as they go through Woodcote now.
And Rushworth will have the inside lines, and Graham Carroll's going to drop from 3rd place to 5th. Rushworth's got the place done now, but Graham Carroll's fighting back. And
still Kaiser and Katz side by side as they head into Copse. This is what this clean start has done. It's actually going to allow us these massive slipstreaming battles that we're going to get and we expected here at Silverstone International Circuit. And you can see the CQR car of Laidley just gives a little nudge to Carroll.
Katz hits
contact
him.
With Katz.
Katz hits Layla. Layla's going to go tumbling down the order. He might be able to save the car, but that's definitely saved Graham Carroll's bacon. He's now free. And look at Smolensky and Gregory in the background as well.
Ben Gregory, the Pro-Am leader. Oh, and Katz is out of the race. Terminal damage for Andreas Katz. Tim Mawson up into 13th place as well. Great start from him. Stefano Giuriali's in there too. As Giuriali going side by side with Gregory.
Stefano Giuriali, the surprise winner at Road America early in the season. He is a privateer after all. We come across the line at the front now, 16 laps to go. Wojciech Savidovic and Lopez separated by 0.2 of a second, and Stefan Hughes 1.5 seconds behind him. So Savidovic knows he just needs to get past Lopez and he'll be able to extend his championship lead further.
Laidler fighting back through the order. He's just overtaken Giuriali and he's now having a go at Ben Gregory, but Alexander Smolenski's still up there in the top 10. He's in 8th place at the moment. Adeko Lopez, Wojciech Savidovic, and up the inside goes Laidler and he bashes Gregory.
Ben Gregory, of course, a Pro-Am driver, and Russell Laidler is a Pro driver, so he needs to get out of the way, and that's allowed Giuriali to get side by side with Gregory. Oh, a bit of contact there.
Down the wheels on the straight. That's what we like. Tim Mawson and Steve Walker are side by side as well, just behind. Mawson, the reserve driver for Team O today. He's going to fight back through Brooklands.
Going to try and go around the outside, but that's not going to work, so he's going to have to slot back in behind the DEG car of 12th place driver Steve Walker. So out onto the front straight once again. We've got 15 laps to go and there's battles all the way down through the field.
Still Giuriali and Gregory going for it. So Gregory's actually got the inside into Copse. Giuriali attacking around the outside. Can he get round there? Very, very tight, but he's got good momentum. Doesn't want to drift out onto the AstroTurf. That'll cost you some speed. Down towards Beckett's and Maggots. And good driving. Giuriali trying to go around the outside. Got a lot of room out there in the middle of that corner, but he's got really good traction. And surely he's going to overtake Gregory down into Brooklands, so it looked like it. However, he seemed to get a little bit of wheel spin at him on the exit.
Yeah, but he might be able to use the slipstream of Gregory down into Brooklands, but thinks better of it. Oh, no, he doesn't. He goes for the inside, nearly hits him. No, but he just gives him a little bit of a tap through the exit of Brooklands. Will he ever go down the inside into Priory? Gregory is wise to that move. He blocks the inside line, and Walker's trying to get past Giuriali as well as we come out onto the front straight.
That's what you call a friendly touring car nudge, isn't it? As Walker, Giuriali just knows exactly how long that Kia Optima is. He slashes in front of Steve Walker as they go down towards Copse. Tim Mawson is there, and then just behind them, Julian Janowski for Lugnuts Racing and Laura Bond, the Elite 220 driver. She's tagged along the back of this group, so everything to play for here at Silverstone National. What a great race we're having. Just race one of the day. The reverse grid still to come, Adam.
Yeah, and one of those being Ashley Sutton, but Ashley Sutton down in, I think it's 28th place or 38th place. But anyway, look at this.
29th, yep.
Stefano Giuriali and Steve Walker side by side down the Wellington straight a lap ago. Giuriali was fighting with Gregory, but now he's got to fend off the DEG car Steve Walker as we head into Brooklands. Giuriali holds the inside line, but will he be able to get back across in time? That's going to be close.
Oh.
And that Steve Walker is down the inside. It's going to be hard for Giuriali to maintain it, but look at him now. He's going around the outside. Will he be able to go side by side with Walker through Woodcuts and onto the front straight?
Walker tried to just push Giuriali slightly wide there, but it didn't work too well as Stefano's trying to go around the outside. Oh, and I wonder if there was slight contact there because Giuriali's through, and now it's going to allow Tim Mawson to go through as well, the Englishman in the Team O car.
Yes, Tim Mawson going down the inside of Giuriali. Will he be able to get the move done in the back? One of the Elite 220 cars having a bit of a battle there. And as we head through Beckett's, Tim Mawson shaping Giuriali up. While we've been looking at this battle though, Jamie Rushworth has now been able to get past Stefan Hug. He's up into 3rd place. But let's focus on this battle now between Mawson and Giuriali as we head down the Wellington straight.
Mawson inching alongside the privateer entry of Stefano Giuriali. Wings it out late, wants the late apex through Brooklands. I think he made a bit of a mess of that though, did Tim? He wanted the cut back, but just left it a bit too late. Understeered through the braking zone. Now he's in reach of Julian Janowski then. And look at Ben Palmer in there as well this week. Again, showing quite well, isn't he? Is he reserving for someone this week? Laser Tools, is it?
He might be. I think I've got him in Pete Newman colours, but once again, Ben Palmer being high up there. He did a good show at Indianapolis, and look at that. Is that Steve Walker trying to get past one of the Lugnuts cars as we head into Maggots and Beckett's? The DEG car desperate to get past it there, and look at him lunging up the inside. Was there a bit of contact there? Yes, it was.
Oh, indeed. A lot of contact there as Palmer goes through, and also Laura Bond goes through. So Bond up into what will be, I think, 14th place now, maybe 13th even. Just checking in with the battle for the lead. We're halfway through this race. 11 laps gone out of 22. Adeko Lopez, you see, leading. The championship leader Wojciech Savidovic is in 2nd. He's just 3/10 behind. They cross the line. There's absolutely no movement But again, Adam, when such a skilled driver as Adecobo Lopez, there's not a lot of room to get through, is there? He doesn't provide many opportunities.
Yes, Adecobo Lopez won race 1 at Silverstone National last season, but I think the more important part is the third. Jamie Rushworth and Stefan Hoog right under each other as we head into Beckett's. These two are really good drivers. Jamie Rushworth won the Series 4 championship after all, and Stefan Hoog has come close the last few seasons. Let's see if Hoog, though, who's got the slipstream on the Elite 220 car, will he be able to get him moved on into Brooklands? I think he's a bit too far back.
Good drive from Rushworth, isn't it? He started 7th on the grid. 3rd now. He's got Stefan Hoog just behind him. Hoog's always looking for a way through, though, the Swiss Superman. Let's see if he can get onto the podium here in race 1. Simon Field is coming under a bit of pressure from Jeroen Kaiser. That's 6th and 7th places there. This battle's truly all the way down the field. There are 8 seconds between 14th and 25th. And then Ashley Sutton 27th. So he's just overtaken John Roberts. So he's about 3 seconds behind Gordon Wilson. So actually, he might be able to get, he could still get maybe around 17th, 18th place, Adam, if he really pushes.
Yes, and if you get, all you need to do is get inside that top 20, and then you'll be in with a shot for the reverse grid pole. The car's finishing in 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. All have a shot of that. Hoog had a little bit of a go on Rushworth down into Beckett's, but for better of it, he's still in 4th place as we head down to Brooklands, and the remainder of the top 10 is Graham Carroll in 5th, Simon Field 6th, Jeroen Kaiser 7th, Laidler 8th, Smolensky 9th, and the prime leader Ben Gregory in 10th position.
Of course, Adam, we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on Sutton. He's about one or two laps away from hitting that group, so like I said, just we'll definitely keep an eye on what he's doing. Rushworth still defending from Stefan Hoog then, and he's doing a good job of it as well. He's not allowing Hoog any chance. Well, actually he is. Rushworth's made a mistake at Cops, and Hoog's through into 3rd position, or at least they're alongside still.
Yeah, they're side by side. Will Rushworth try and be late on the brakes? Yes, he is. He's going to try and maintain him on the outside, but he runs out of grip, I think, and has to let Stefan Hoog through into 3rd position. However, there's not really a chance of them snatching the lead or 2nd place. They're 3.5 seconds behind Adecobo Lopez and Savidovic. So these two battling for that final spot on the podium as the lead battle seems to be intensifying.
Still very important for these two to pick up as many points as possible. Jamie Rushworth's not out of the championship challenge just yet. There's still enough races for him to go, for him to make a meaningful campaign. However, it's a really important battle for these two, isn't it? The person who finishes in front, well, they limit the damage to Wojciech Swidovic. And look at Graham Carroll, Adam. He's always there, pretty much every week. They're in that about 5th, 6th, 7th place.
Yes, and Graham Carroll has been lapping faster than those two the last few laps. Rushworth desperate to get past Stefan Hoog once again. These two are yo-yoing backwards and forwards in positions, and that's allowed Graham Carroll to snatch onto the back of them as we head into Maggots and Beckett's. And in the background of your shot, you might... Oh, look at Rushworth down the inside of Hoog, but can't get the position done, and he stays in 4th place.
Russell Laidler's fought back really well. He was down in about 14th place. He's up to 7th now. Challenging Simon Field. He's only 1/10 slower than Adecobo Lopez. So, and so is Simon Field, to be fair to him. Jeroen Kaiser is in 8th place. Once again with a bit of a banged up Kia on the front, the Dutchman. And then Alexander Smolensky 9th. And you know, Smolensky, when he keeps it on the track, keeps it together, he seems to pull decent results out, really.
Yes, Smolensky currently 36th position in the standings, 1,313 points behind the leader Savidovic, so he's going to definitely go up the point standings after good results here. Let's hope he can keep that. He's in 9th place at the moment and is 2 seconds ahead of the next car, which is Ben Gregory.
Tim Mawson's been in the wars slightly. He's got behind Ben Palmer, but now these two are having a really good scrap over 13th place. Palmer in the Pete Newman Media colours. I think he's still representing his usual team this weekend, but we have an anonymous Robert Plumley in 15th. It's a better race for Plumley, Adam, but he's not really had a lot to do.
Yeah, Ben Palmer doing a usual good job in 13th place. He'll be hopefully in race 2, might be able to go up a few positions.
Good battle here, sorry to interrupt. Martin Johnson 18th, Dan Blake 19th, 20th Steve Richardson, and then Robert Graham 21st. Big gaggle there as the 3 wide actually behind them. Daniel Kraft, Steve Walker and Ashley Sutton were momentarily 3 abreast.
Yes, and Ashley Sutton going to go up down the inside of Steve Walker, who was near the top 10 a few minutes ago. Bit of contact though.
Somebody's gone.
Someone's gone off. That's I couldn't see. I think that might have been Dan Blake. Yeah, it was. So Sutton up into 20th place now.
We only assume that Blake had some contact with Johnson. Yes, Sutton 20th, you know, he's got time, hasn't he? Like everybody else messing around behind him has given him a great chance to get up into the top 20 and maybe even get that reverse grid pole.
And the battle in front of him is intensifying as well. Robert Graham in 19th, and in 18th place is Martin Johnson. So as we head down the straight towards Maggots and Beckett's, Ashley Sutton might be able to pick off this pair if they run over each other. And look at Johnson goes a bit wide. Graham might be able to get the move done into Brooklands at the end of the Wellington Straight.
Good run for Robert Graham. He started right at the back, 36th position. So he's done really, really well. He's halved his position, which is tremendous stuff.
Tries to go around the outside, but that's surely not going to work. He might be able to get the cutback.
Sutton will end up running into Graham as he was unsighted, really, and surprised by Graham slowing down very, very quickly. He's almost pushing Graham through Luffield. Ashley Sutton, who's got very good pace in this race, as usual, but unfortunately that jump start, just that little twitch, wasn't it, that just put him... Oh, now he's got nowhere to go because these two are too wide down towards Cops.
Ashley Sutton needs to bide his time. He does not want to get involved in these two's accidents. And look, he
like
hits
that.
him.
Just like that.
Spoke too soon, and that means now that problem for Robert Graham, either that or Robert Graham just lets him by. But Ashley Sutton, he's got some sort of damage.
Something's up with that Laser Tools car. Sadly, I'm not really sure why he's slowing down so much. He seems to be up and running again now, but yeah, no real need to let those guys by. It was a bit of a strange decision, but Ashley Sutton is 19th now, and he's going to go up into 18th place surely here. Very late on the brakes as usual. Into Brooklands, is he too late? No, he does get it stopped. That's great stuff. Oh, and behind them there's all sorts of chaos going on. It's Gearing and it's Graham and it's Wilson. They all shot into Brooklands at the same time.
Yeah, that battle pack in the midfield, very intense indeed. And Ashley Sutton now is trying to pressure... Sorry, is that Ashley Sutton in the CQ? I was trying to pressurise Tim Mawson, I think, in 14th place.
I think.
Yeah, it's Robert Plumley, sorry. As we head down the straight towards Maggots and Beckett's, Mawson trying to go down the inside and around the outside of the... Is that Ben Palmer? But he's surely not going to get the move, and he runs wide, and that's going to allow Plumley through as well.
Mawson might be able to get a decent exit. He went so wide, but yeah, Tim just made a couple of errors, and I think he'd be inside the top 10 otherwise, but there's Ben Palmer. He's having a really solid run as well. He was up there in the early going, wasn't he, at the last race we did in
Indianapolis.
Thank you. He was up there at the end of that round, and he's showing well again, isn't he?
Yeah, Ben Palmer doing another good job. He would have had a high finish in race 3 if there wasn't for a bit of contact. We're just looking at the battle between Giuriali and Laura Bond. The two nearly made contact there, and Bond gives Giuriali another bit of a tap through Cops. And these two having a great battle over 11th place.
Indeed, Elite 220. Represented by Laura Bond, Privateer Giuriali, and then you see the Pro-Am leader Ben Gregory. He's just slightly up the road in 10th position. He's driving Team O. So again with David Baker not looking like he's going to make it for any of the races. It's down to Stefan Hoog, and it's also down to Jeroen Kaiser and Ben Gregory to pick up the points for Team O. And look at the battle actually for third, Adam. Hoog's got ahead of... he's still ahead of Rushworth, but Carroll's still there, isn't he?
Yeah, Carroll just waiting for them to possibly hit each other a bit too hard. We're on the penultimate lap of the race now. The battle with... Oh, look at them both run very wide. And that's surely going to allow Rushworth to have a bit of straight line speed, but who closes the door firmly in Jamie Rushworth's face? Will Rush have a look up down the inside into Beckett's? No, he doesn't. They're about to come upon a lap car, which I think is Colin Steele. So as we head down the Wellington Straight, Steele kindly gets out of the way, lets them through. We're about to start the final lap. I don't think Wojciech Swidovic has got his sights set on that race 1 victory. As we head into Brooklands, who's later on the brakes? Hoog will stay in 3rd place for now.
They come round to start the final lap. You've got Adeko Lopez. He's ahead of Wojciech Swidovic then by just 4/10. He's stretched out a tiny gap, a couple of extra car lengths. I wonder if Swidovic has just given up on trying to overtake Lopez, because Lopez has been fantastic, hasn't he, throughout this one?
Yeah, Adeko Lopez might be an expert looking after the tyres. Swidovic lap 0.2 of a second slower than him that last time around. Will Rushworth, though, be able to get past Stefan Hoog on the final lap?
Yeah, it's not looking likely. I mean, the only place I can see him doing it is Brooklands, but He's really going to get a good exit out of Beckett's and maybe hope Hoog makes a little mistake. Drives it in very deep on the brakes, Rushworth. Hoog actually running a little bit wide through there, but I do not think Rushworth's close enough unless he has a real lunge. Let's see.
Yeah, I think he's a bit too far back. Even with the slipstream, I don't think he's going to be able to get the move done. But this is touring car racing. He might be able to have a lunge down into Brooklands. No, he doesn't. He'll be able to hold on to his 4th place. Oh, but he gives Hook a little bit of a tap just to let him know he's there. But I think he's going to have to hold on to 4th position. Adeko Lopez, he won race 1 last season, and he's going to do it again, Andrew.
He is indeed. Adeko Lopez coming through. He's standing in for Team O today. Or Elite 220 today, sorry, and he wins the first round of the day at Silverstone. Brilliant effort by Lopez. Started second, and the mistake by Sutton at the start really just helped him out. But he started third, didn't he? He started behind Sredovic.
Yeah, so the championship contenders could have done with a win today. However, Savidovic played it safe, got a 2nd place. Let's run you through the rest of the top 10 as they come across the line. Stefan Hoog got the final podium spot. Jamie Rushworth 4th. Graham Carroll, another good job by him in 5th place for Apex Racing TV. 6th place Russell Laidler. 7th Simon Field. 8th Jerome Kaiser. 9th Alexander Smolensky. And in 10th place is Ben Gregory. Just looking for Ashley Sutton. I think he came across the line in 17th place. So definitely in a shot within a shot of the race 2 pole.
That was a very good effort by Sutton, actually. He kept out of trouble on his way through the pack. 17th. Got every chance of the magic dice rolling his way, just ahead of Martin Johnson, who's a reserve himself, did a good job in 18th place. Very clean race, Adam. Very well driven by everyone.
Yeah, that was proper touring cars. A bit of door banging here and there, but kind of clean moves. And I'm thinking we're looking at pretty good two races afterwards.
Yeah, especially because you've got that little pack of Lopez, Sredovic, Hoog, Rushworth and Carroll much faster than everyone else apart from Ashley Sutton. So Sutton's gonna, Sutton may just get the roll of the dice here, but he doesn't want it to be 16th, does he?
I think so far this season we've seen the dice around about the 18th, 17th region, so hopefully the odds are in his favour. Quoting Hunger Games, he might be able to get that pole position.
Well, I think we might see a Hunger Games style fight to the death in races 2 and 3. You never know what the reverse grid might throw up. But even, I suppose, it's a win-win for Ashley Sutton, really, isn't it? Because even if the dice don't go his way and he starts 17th, he's only going to be a couple of places behind the other championship contenders.
Yes, and let's not forget, Indianapolis, he won race 1, if my memory serves me correctly, and then managed to climb all the way back up to 2nd in race 2 and could have won the race if he didn't decide to stay behind his teammate Russell Laidler. So Ashley Sutton is good at the overtaking manoeuvres, so even if he does end up starting in 17th for race 2, expect him to be at the front at the race's end.
Starts are very Fernando Alonso-esque, aren't they? He just takes no prisoners on the opening lap, but he does it cleanly and he does it quickly. And we'll see if the other championship contenders can actually keep him behind. So that's going to be fun to watch. We'll bring Alex Simpson in, who's been doing the camera work once again for us. He's going to have that magic roll of the dice for us. Alex, did you enjoy that first race?
Yeah, great first race. Good to see a nice clean race throughout, actually. We've had some pretty chaotic first laps in recent weeks. So, quite happy with that. Always a good track. Is the national circuit. It's actually remarkably difficult to overtake, so I'm not surprised some of the guys struggled. Such a fast flowing track, so yeah, I think this reverse grid order is going to be quite spicy in the next 2 races.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got will Ashley Sutton's number be called, Alex? So that's the question, isn't it?
Well, indeed. Let's got it up on screen at the moment, so let's take it away with the magic dice. So we get our 3 dummy rolls to start off with. First one up was number 17. And 17 again. And then 15, so the final roll goes to 18.
Martin
Johnson.
With Ashley Sutton alongside him on row 1, with Julian Janowski starting 3rd, Ben Palmer 4th, and Ellis Stevens in 5th place. So Ashley Sutton, it might not be the pole, but it certainly gives him a fantastic shot at winning race 2.
I don't think he could have, well, obviously he could have asked for anything better. He could have asked for pole position, but to be honest, it's the perfect scenario for him. And if he doesn't win this race, I think he'll be extremely disappointed.
Yeah, Ashley Sutton has got a name for himself for winning race 2s this season, so I think we can count him in with winning race 2. However, I shouldn't have said that. Commentator curse seems to have affected everyone that I've said so far this season, so I'll keep my mouth shut.
We'll try not to curse anyone in race 2. So we hope you've enjoyed race 1 here on BSR TV, and we have indeed. Definitely, it's one of the best race ones we've had so far this season. So join us again in about a quarter of an hour's time for race 2 here on BSR TV. It's the Engine Oil Direct Touring Car Championship. See you back in just a few minutes.